Hello, welcome to McGuffey's Online Tutor. Today's lesson is from the third eclectic reader, Lesson 9, The Beaver. Before starting, let's welcome our guest, Mr. Thomas. You're very welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Mr. Thomas will assist me with the lesson for today. Let's begin.
If you have a pen and paper, please write the words which I am about to mention. Prefer. To like better or value more highly. Trapper. One who traps animals for their fur. Forward. Going, tending, or moving toward a position in front. Material. The substance, or substances out of which a thing is or can be made. Disturbing. To trouble emotionally or mentally. Dumb. Not expressed or articulated in sounds or words. Chiefly. Especially or essentially. Above all. Gnawing. To bite, chew on or erode with the teeth. America. The United States. Cautiously. Showing or practicing caution carefully. Height. The distance from the base of something to the top. Purpose. The reason for which anything is done, created, or exists.
Tighter. Fixed or fastened firmly in place. Reminded. To cause to remember, put in mind. Frequently. Many times at short intervals. Obtain. To succeed in gaining possession of, as the result of planning or endeavor. Curious. Eager to learn more. Inhuman. Lacking kindness, pity, or compassion. Including. To take in as a part, element, or member. Constructed. To form by assembling or combining parts. Well, I hope you got all the words.
Please try to listen and locate these words in the story.
Let's begin.
The beaver is found chiefly in North America. It is about 3.5 feet long, including the flat paddle-shaped tail, which is a foot in length.
The long shining hair on the back is chestnut-colored, while the fine soft fur that lies next to the skin is grayish-brown.
Beavers build themselves most curious huts to live in, and quite frequently, a great number of these huts are placed close together like the buildings in a town.
They always build their huts on the banks of rivers or lakes, for they swim much more easily than they walk, and prefer moving about in the water.
When they build on the bank of a running stream, they make a dam across the stream, for the purpose of keeping the water at the height they wish.
These dams are made chiefly of mud and stones, and the branches of trees. They are sometimes 600 or 700 feet in length, and are so constructed that they look more like the work of man, than of little dumb beasts.
Their huts are made of the same material as the dams, and are round in shape. The walls are very thick, and the roofs are finished off with a thick layer of mud, sticks and leaves.
They commence building their houses late in the summer, but do not get them finished before the early frosts. The freezing makes them tighter and stronger.
They obtain the wood for their dams and huts by gnawing through the branches of trees, and even through the trunks of small ones, with their sharp front teeth. They peel off the bark and lay it up in store for winter food.
The fur of the beaver is highly prized. The men who hunt these animals are called trappers.
A gentleman once saw 5 young beavers playing. They would leap on the trunk of a tree that lay near a beaver dam, and would push one another off into the water.
He crept forward very cautiously, and was about to fire on the little creatures, but their amusing tricks reminded him so much of some little children he knew at home, that he thought it would be inhuman to kill them. so he left them without even disturbing their play.
Astounding. This story really makes you think about God's creation.
Yes, it does. It also teaches us how all things play a role in God's regeneration of the entire creation, even the beavers.
Beaver dams can be disruptive. The flooding can cause extensive property damage, and when the flooding occurs next to a railroad, it can cause derailments by washing out the tracks, or when a beaver dam bursts and the resulting flash flood overwhelms a culvert.
However, the beavers help by closing off lakes and rivers. This keeps them from flooding the land.
Dam building can be very beneficial in restoring wetlands. Such benefits include flood control, biodiversity, providing habitat for many rare as well as common species, water cleansing, and by the breakdown of toxins, such as pesticides, and the retention of silt by beaver dams. Over the years, this collection of silt produces the rich bottomland so sought after by farmers. Beaver dams reduce erosion as well as decrease the turbidity that is a limiting factor for much aquatic life. Although beavers can create damage, part of the problem is one of perception and time scale. Such damage as the undermining of a roadway or the drowning of many trees is very visible shortly after the beginning of beavers' activity in an area. The benefits may be long-term and unnoticed, except by someone monitoring a dam.
Well, this is the end of our lesson, and I hope you visit us again at the McGuffeysOnlineTutor.com for more lessons and worksheets. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for helping me today.
Thank you for having me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.